Good morning, you guys. How are you doing? How are you glowing this morning? It is Tuesday, November 1st. So happy November. This is the month of Thanksgiving. You should be giving thanks all year long. That's a part of your glow up. It's just being thankful and showing gratitude in everything, every season of your life, every good and bad, every minute of your life. You should be giving gratitude, whether it's good or bad. You're at your lowest lows, your highest highs, whatever it is. Still give gratitude and give thanks, because it's all happening for a reason. God is doing it for you. And yes, I see you, God. I see you, God. Yes, because that's how I feel this morning. I see God, because God, I'm a firm believer in God and in my faith. I'm going back to my faith. I'm strengthening my faith and my belief and confidence in myself and what God can do, because I'm made in God's image. And God is not a man that you can mess with. And when you're made in somebody's image, like when you're created to be like somebody, like the Lord, you better put 100% belief in it. And that's what I've been doing. I've been getting back to my faith. I've been centering myself. I've been aligning myself. I've been getting back to me and doing the things that I know that God has placed within my heart and my soul, in my belly, my passion. I am getting back to all of those things. And speaking of that, writing would be one of those things for me, right? So I woke up this morning to an email of my second published article. You guys, that put so much pep in my step this morning, because lately I've been wanting to write and I've been feeling a push to write, and I just haven't sat down and wrote anything. And to see my published article for this month's magazine, I wrote a second article for No Compromise magazine, and I do encourage you guys to go follow them. It's a Christian magazine for millennials. It's encouraging millennials to, cultivate their walk in Christ, to walk in purpose and calling, and just stand firm and believe in stand firm in what you believe in as a millennial. Because millennials are like the top people. That would be me. Millennials are 18 to 34 years old, and we have the buying power. We have the say so. We have a lot of power right now in our society. Look at me, y'all. This just because it's so early. But No Compromise magazine is so awesome. And I actually have a story, so I think I'm gonna do a story time about my my journey with No Compromise magazine. I think I'm actually going to share this with the editor later on, and maybe she can put this in the magazine as a, it could be something about how your seasons work in your life, or timing, or your faith. Because long story short, last year, 2015, it was early part of 2015, I submitted an article to write for them. They hadn't published yet. They hadn't launched the magazine yet, but they were looking for writers. And at that time, I felt I should just submit something. But at that time, I waited till the last minute. I was pressured. I was all kind of stuff and blah, blah, blah. And they were like, my writing isn't good enough. And I felt so discouraged, y'all. And last year, I was in a place where any type of rejection just put me back like 50 million steps. And I just was in a place where I had no strength. I had no, just no confidence, no boldness, no nothing. I wasn't deep in my spiritual walk like I am now. I wasn't believing in myself and my faith, and I wasn't believing in my talents and my gifts and what I can do. And it floored me. So to know that now, come full circle, about a year and a half later, few more months, it'll be 2 years, and I'm my second published article for their magazine. I mean, it's nobody but God, and when you position yourself to be strong and believe in what you do and keep going, that's what'll happen. So here I am, But it gave me so much confidence this morning. And you know, God is speaking to me, and I seek him all the time, and I tell him, like, Lord, speak to me in only a way you know how. Show me what it is that you want me to be doing. Cultivate my gifts and my talents, Lord. I want to use them for you. And when you're in, like, when you get in a position like that, you align your gifts and your talents and your walk with God with what you're supposed to be doing. So I guess to say, like, my gifts and my talents, I have aligned with writing for this magazine at this time, because I know that I have something to say. I know how my walk has been for the past year or year and a half, and I'm just like, y'all, excuse, because the sun is peeking from behind the trees, so that's why I just like holding my phone up and I got the shadow. But yeah, so way to kick off my November. Like, y'all, I want to go home and I want to just go and write another article right now and submit it. So I'm planning on writing another article for their for the January issue, because I think it's too late to submit for the December issue. But I'm gonna submit an article every month for this magazine, as long as God leads me to do that. So for sure, I'm gonna write for the January magazine. And it's just, you know, so many things have been exposed to me in the last 24 hours, y'all. Like, I started reading this book called Praying Circles Around Your Children. And the first 2 chapters alone, it's not a big book, it's a small book. I probably should do a review on that as well, which I will. But Praying Circles Around Your Children, and the first 2 chapters alone showed me how weak my prayer life is, right? So I know that I'm taking this walk and I'm strengthening my faith, but it all requires prayer. Like, you have to be prayed up. You have to pray for the things that you want. That's your conversation with God. That's your quiet time. That's your, you know, that's how you stay connected. God, you know, God is my friend, and that's my conversation. I speak to him all throughout the day, and I be like, Lord, what you got to say to me? You know, talk to me, God. I've learned to seek him first, and I have to strengthen my prayer life and learn how to pray and be specific in my prayers, because my prayer life has been so weak. But to read this book about praying about my children, praying circles around my children's lives, like, when they say circles, you know, a circle is infinite. I think that's the word. Like, it doesn't end, right? So praying circles is like praying without ceasing, right? You just pray till you get a breakthrough, till you see change, until you see something. Not a square prayer or a straight line prayer. It's like circles. And just to read that chapter, like, I love my children. Of course, you would understand if you have kids. My children are my everything, and I just want the best for them. And that's why I believe that my walk with God is so important right now, because when I walk with God and I seek him in everything and let him use me, that's how I can be. That's how I want to be an example for my children. I don't want to tell my children what they should be doing and I'm not doing it. That's how I grew up. So I don't believe in that at all. I just don't want to pressure my children into things that they don't want to do. And I want God to use them. I don't want to pressure them into doing things that, you know, I wanted to do with my life and I didn't. So I'm telling them to do it, or, oh, they should do this and that. I'm not going to tell my kids what they should do with their lives, because when they become an adult, they're going to do what they want to do. So praying for them is like legacy. Like, I believe in legacy, financial legacy, building something for my children to have and carry on from generation to generation. Prayer is that thing. Like, a prayer legacy is something important. And I just want to pray circles around my kids. And to read the first 2 chapters, it was like, well, Lord, I just been praying in a line. I mean, my line been stopping. Like, I haven't been praying circles. I haven't looked at prayer as a legacy. Even if I don't see my prayers answered while I'm here on earth with my kids, the prayers will manifest themselves even when I'm long gone. Like, for my children and their children and generations to come. That is praying circles around my children. So praying, and not only praying circles around your kids, it's praying circles around what you believe in, what you're asking God to do, around your business, around your marriage, around your relationships, around your whatever you're doing. My writing, I should pray circles around my writing. I should just pray without ceasing, so God can just really pour into me, so that I can just do, y'all. So I could just do, and I could just be who he wants me to be and do what he wants me to do, y'all. I'm just like, ugh. I ain't letting nothing get in my way today. And I know the devil is probably preparing right now to fight me in some type of way today. But I'm about to remain strong. And, you know, nothing he ain't finna do. He is not going to do it for me. So, he's not going to ruin my day. He's not going to, you know, nothing is going to come and get. It already started this morning already. It already started this morning. Just misunderstandings. But you know what? If I don't learn to communicate how I feel about something, and I just keep it in and don't say nothing, I think that's like stunting. Is that the word? That's like stunning my growth or stopping me from keeping my walk straight and narrow with the Lord. And I don't want that. I don't need that. So I'm learning to communicate no matter how the other person feels about what I'm saying. Like, I have to be bold. And as a Christian, you have to be bold and say what you're going to say. Like, as long as you know, even if it hurts the person, it might, and sometimes you have to pay attention to how the person accepts your words. That's so important. You have to pay attention to how the person accepts your words. And if they can't seem to accept your words, then, you know, it's like, okay, I just hope you heard what I said, though. That's all. I hope you heard what I said, though. Those fighting words, you know, like, those fighting words. Let me take out my earrings. I hope you heard what I said, though. So no matter if it's hurting, hopefully it's to help. It's helping me. But if it hurts you or you can't accept my words, it says a lot about the person. But, you know, I'm learning to be bold in my communication and what I believe in and what I have to say about things. I mean, that's just how I feel today, y'all. November 1st. Like, what's up, November? We officially have, like, 8 weeks left. 8 or 9 weeks left in this month, y'all. Like, to just top off this year. And I'm trying to go out with a bang. Like, I'm breaking through everything because next year, 2017, I am in a new decade of life. If it's the Lord's will, I will see 30 years old in March. And I am, like, leaving everything behind me. I'm leaving everything that I have been through in my 20s and my teens. Especially my 20s, though, it's been tough. Like, my 20s have been tough. But I have learned so much. And I'm just ready for my next level of life. And what God is about to do. I see you, God. Yes. So I think that's all I had to talk about. Just how I felt this morning. And yesterday, here I am 13 minutes into the video. Like, you know, I pay attention to how God speaks, right? So I'll talk about how I want to take my son back out and back to homeschooling, right? Still thinking about it. I don't know if I'm going to do it for January, like for first grade, for the second half of his kindergarten, because he's saying like, no, I want to keep going to kindergarten and blah, blah. And then, or I want to wait till first grade and put him back in homeschool. I don't know. But I met 3 moms yesterday in the library. I wasn't even supposed to go to the library yesterday. It was just random because we have our library days, me and my 2-year-old. And it was just random. And like, if I go in the library during the day, in the middle of the day, and I see a whole bunch of kids in there, I'm going to ask somebody, why are these kids in school? Because it's either they're being homeschooled or they're on a field trip. And so far, this is the second time I've gone to the library, seen a good group of kids, and they're homeschooled. So this was 9 kids specifically, and their mom is homeschooling every single one of them. And then another lady came in and she started homeschooling her son in February of this year. And then another mom is considering homeschooling her kids because she has kind of like the same issues that I have with school. Her kids are older, but you know, just the public school teaching system and all that stuff, and the teachers, it's like, it's not good. Like, it's not great. And I feel like, you know, only you can teach your kids in a very unique way. You know who they are, their personality. But in public school, they go by routine, they follow curriculums, and you teaching the kids routines is like how we grew up. But I met 3 moms who are homeschooling, and they told me so much good stuff and information. And I'm just like, oh gosh, I don't know what to do, because one reason I put my son put my son in public school was because the frustration. It was overwhelming to try to homeschool him. I'm living in the house with my parents. Plus, I'm 9 months pregnant. I'm like 9 months pregnant. No help. My husband is no help. Nobody understands what I'm trying to do. I got my dad in one ear. Oh, why don't you put him in school? Why are you homeschooling? I got, I'm just like, let me be great. Like, let me do what I'm trying to do. I know why I want to do this. Like, just let me do it. If you're not going to help, then just back up. But it's not easy when, you're trying to homeschool. We didn't have a car. We don't have a car, so I'm using my dad's truck, y'all. And I tell y'all this to be transparent because I'm about to come up out of all of this. This is just, I'm not defeated right now. God is doing it. I'm not defeated. I felt defeated for a while. And that's why I ended up putting him in public school, because I let defeat overcome me. But I'm really feeling pushed to take him out again. But I think I'm still going to wait, because I can withdraw him from public school at any time, unschool him, and start to homeschool him again. So even when I get in the position and I have a car to take him to join these homeschooling groups. This lady was talking about an awesome homeschool group, which is the homeschool group I was going to join, but I missed the meeting and the enrollment date. So I just missed it. But it's the same homeschool group that I had my heart set on to to join with other kids. They do things just like public school, like homecoming and all that great. They go on so many field trips, and that I just want my son to have freedom. Like, what's wrong with that? That's what's in God. It's freedom. It's not routine. It's not robotic. It's not like, y'all know what I'm saying? Anywho, I'm rambling. I'm about to go on Publix and this is my vlog for today, November 1st. It wouldn't be, right if I didn't vlog for the first day of the month. I am so thankful. I'm showing so much gratitude. I'm so ready to be with family this month. I am just excited about life, and I see God moving, you guys, and I want to encourage you to this is a part of my glow up. This is what I call it. This is a part of my glow up. Like, my spiritual walk is a part of my glow up, and being confident in who I am, and my self-care is being confident in what I can do, what I have to offer the world, whatever God placed within me, I have to give to the world. I am glowing. I want to glow. This is my glow up. So I'm trying to glow in every aspect of my life, my prayer life, just every part of my life. So if you are in a situation where you feel like your life isn't glowing, I encourage you to do what you have to do. Like, just take a step back and just look at yourself and see what the issues are. Is it people? Is it your environment? Is it what you're not doing? Is it what you're doing? Just whatever you have to do to get that glow up in your life. Like, your life is supposed to be lit. Like, I'm ready for my life to be lit. And that's what I'm doing to get my life lit, other people's lives lit. My children's lives need to be lit, like lit for the Lord, and just abundance and overflow and blessings and favor and prosperity, and just, that's what I'm looking for. And all of that does not mean just financially. That's every part of your life. So happy November. Give gratitude, give thanks always. And I am like on 100 right now. So until the next vlog, I will see you guys, and remember to glow and do whatever you have to do to make your life glow. See you guys.